Hi, I'm Mike Greiner. I'm a bankruptcy attorney with the Financial Law Group located here in Warren, Michigan, and we serve the residents of St. Clair County. I'm here to talk to you today about personal liability for mortgages. One thing that's surprising to a lot of people is that they might find that after their home has been foreclosed on and the mortgage company has taken back their home, that they still owe a balance on the mortgage. One of the most unpleasant surprises a lot of people have had is where they've given up their home, they've moved somewhere else, and then all of a sudden they get served with a lawsuit, oftentimes by the second mortgage, but also sometimes even by the first mortgage, for the unpaid balance on the total amount of what they owe on the mortgage. What that's called is called the deficiency. And what the deficiency is the difference between what you owe on the mortgage and what they sell the house for at the sheriff's sale. Now, people may think that, oh, I gave up the house, I don't owe that money anymore. But the truth of the matter is, you actually still have personal liability for that debt, even if you've given up the property. So that's where they can come after you and sue you and try to then get a judgment against you that can lead to garnishment, seizing property, that type of thing. The only way to avoid that is to either pay the debt or file bankruptcy. Those really are the only two options. Filing bankruptcy will eliminate that personal liability. One thing that you can do is you can actually file bankruptcy and then remain in the house. And then ultimately, because of the fact that you filed bankruptcy, you've already eliminated that personal liability. So if at some point down the road you want to walk away from your home and not owe on your mortgage anymore, you can do that because of the fact that you've eliminated that personal liability through the original bankruptcy. So that can be a great opportunity for a lot of people as well. If you are concerned about staying in a home, you definitely need to talk to an attorney who's qualified in bankruptcy and who understands real estate law and mortgage law. People think that you can walk away from these debts and these homes and not have any further liability. And people tell me, oh, these mortgage companies don't really go after people. And I can introduce you to individuals who have been sued by the mortgage company. So it does happen, and in fact it does happen frequently. I just want to ask you kind of a personal question here that I think you need to consider yourself going forward. Mortgage companies, banks, are publicly traded corporations. The bad debt, the amount that they write off because of the fact that they weren't able to collect it when they held the sheriff's sale, that's an asset of these companies. These companies have an obligation to their shareholders to maximize the total value of their assets. So what they're going to do at some point is they're going to try to find some way to recover at least something from those mortgages that have gone bad. And if you're the person who is personally liable for that, then that means that at some point here, either the mortgage company or some collections firm that debt has been sold to will be coming after you, because they can't just walk away from this asset and say, oh, we're not going to go after somebody just because we feel bad for them when we took their house. That's not how mortgage companies work. So if you're concerned about any personal liability you may have going forward with respect to a mortgage, please feel free to give me a call. I offer free consultations in my office. My phone number is 586-693-2000.